Hello, lovely souls. Welcome. My name is Samantha James. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. Today we have an 18 plus pick a card for you, a part of my spooky season series. These are Halloween themed videos, and it's going to be who do you have caught in your web, assuming that we are badass Black Widow spiders up in here. We have 3 piles, and we are gonna pull or like kind of play with Mr. Predicto. It's a magic 8-ball. So you'll have the opportunity to ask whatever question you want towards the end of your reading. We're gonna pull some, astrological signs from the dice. You will have the option to extend for a more rated R version of this reading, but we have 3 piles, starting with pile number 1, the tiger and the red jasper. Pile number 2, the hawk and the clear quartz, and pile number 3, the horse and the raw carnelian. Now, if you're new to pick a cards, what you're gonna do is pause the video and figure out whichever animal or crystal you're drawn to the most. Go down below in the description box and find your timestamp, and I'll see you at your reading. I'm gonna do a pre-shuffle chit chat, so if you wanna join me there, you are welcome to, and just keep on going through the video. All right, you guys, I will see you either in the pre-shuffle chit chat or in your pile. Hello, lovely souls. Welcome to the pre-shuffle chit-chat. All right, so we have quite a number of decks we are going to use today, and then I'm very excited about Mr. Predicto.
The answer is no.
I didn't even ask anything. Okay, are people gonna enjoy the pre-shuffle chit chat, or am I gonna annoy everyone?
Ask later when the time is right.
Okay, timing's not right. Alrighty, guys, we have 3 piles. We're gonna start with the Soul's Journey lesson cards. These are all right. I've talked about this before in a different pre-shuffle chit chat. They do the job. They're all right. I see some readers use them way more often than me, and that just tends to be that sometimes we just connect with decks differently, and it always depends. So, group number 1, who do you have caught in your web? Group number 1, who do you have caught in your web? Look at that fierce tiger look. You know that tiger like has someone caught in their web for sure. Group number 2, who they have caught in their web. Group number 2, who they have caught in their web. So what is new? Okay, so I talked about in like one of my first pre-shuffle chit chats about that like Gabby Petito case that everyone's kind of following in America right now. And they just released the autopsy report, which they really delayed the shit out of that. I mean, this happened like 3 weeks ago now, and I don't really blame them. You know, the whole public is looking so closely on this case. This is the Energy Oracle. Highly recommend this. And she was strangled by someone's hands, definitely Brian Laundrie. So, and what an awful last name, Jesus. But yeah, so it is definitely a homicide. It's definitely a murder. So they're like scanning. They're like scanning the prints. I feel like they've already done that. There's no way they're just getting to that. So they definitely know that he is the killer, but he has just kind of booked it. He's just kind of like taken off. Some people theorize that he is in the Appalachians, like hiking or whatever. But what makes the case so interesting is his parent or his whole family's involvement in helping him get away with murder, essentially. And it's just interesting, like, what a family would do. And I think, like, even going further, you start to think about, like, what would you do? And, like, no. No, we don't support murders here, sweeties. But that's some Florida shit. I mean, no offense if you're from Florida. I even feel like if you're from Florida, you're like, yeah, that's some Florida shit. But They are all from Florida, and that's some Florida shit. All right, so we have the Halloween Oracle, lifting the veil between the worlds every night. Super on theme. Who do you have caught under, I keep wanting to say under your spell because I did that one last year, but it's in your web. Also, if I sound sick, I mean, well, that's cool. I'm not, but I am. I don't know. I have really bad allergies. The weather here has been very mercurial, which is a great vocabulary word. Mercurial meaning it has been moody and switching up on us. And so it goes from hot to rainy to cold to hot. And it's just such a fast switch up that I'm like not used to this kind of seasonal change being from LA and it always being the same temperature every fucking day. So I think it's that. It tends to peak when I'm walking my dog like outside. And like if it was, I thought it was dust, but I've cleaned the shit out of my office, out of the whole house. So I don't think it's that unless it's literally in the vents. And then in that case, there's nothing I can do at this moment. I wouldn't even know how to go about the ventilation system. Okay, never mind. All right, so you guys asked me a lot about this deck. This is the Prism Oracle. And by the way, you guys, this is the most I'm gonna do as far as like deck shout outs. I used to like list them and stuff, but I don't get paid for that shit. And then there is like Amazon endorsements, but don't be fooled, they don't get paid either. I mean, I seriously was making like, if there is even such thing as less than 1 cent per click, I was making like less than 1%. And it was like a lot of work to like list all the decks. So this is just easier. If you join the pre-shuffle chit chat and you're curious, I will always tell you what decks we're using. But if not, don't ask me because I do not care. All right. So this looks like it's gonna be interesting. And I was thinking of doing 4 piles because I haven't done 4 piles in a while. I've been like strictly doing 3. Not even like on purpose. I usually only do 4 if I feel called to it. But this one is, what was the point of bringing that up? This one, just with the 3 that we have here, is looking very spicy. And I'm excited to get into it. We are using a pretty cool deck, I would say, for sure, for the tarot. And then of course, you guys, you'll have the option to extend. I can only go so far in the general, like pretty much as dirty as I can get, but I know that it gets way dirtier in the real world, and there's just certain shit I cannot say on here. So that is why I make these extendeds, so that we can just be unfiltered and get all the energy without worrying about YouTube community and guidelines, which by the way is, you know, their system is very on point. I can't imagine it's actual humans, but they have some sort of checks and balance system that like can catch things right away in your video. Like I get flagged for having like a little background music for intro music. If I like discuss prices, I get flagged. It's just like, and I don't think it's a human, I mean, unless there is a team of humans doing this. I think it's like automatic, like there's keywords they hear. We're gonna have to start talking in code. There's like keywords that they pick up on and then they flag it. And by flagging it, they investigate the video. Sometimes they limit the views you can have on it. They definitely don't let you monetize it. So it's like a whole shindig. So when I'm gonna say big C-O-C-K, I will say snake. Big snake, and that's how you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. So that is our pre-shuffle chit chat. And if you guys were interested in getting a personal reading with me, then all that information is on my Instagram. I don't have a website, for that kind of stuff. I just do this via Instagram. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely look into it. All my personal readings are done via live stream. And yeah. Okay, so 3 piles, you guys, and I will see you at your pile. Hello, group number 1. Welcome. If you chose the red jasper, this is for you. Or if you chose the tiger spirit, whichever one you were drawn to, we are going to be talking about who do you have caught in your web. This is an 18 plus. You will have the option to extend for an even more rated R version. We're gonna pull from the zodiac dice, or roll the dice, I should say, try and figure out who this person is, what their sign is. We already know that we have the tiger animal spirit, so let's get into it. So with the tiger animal spirit to start, I mean, this is definitely a pillar of strength. This is someone who could be seen as very strong, very fierce. This is someone who could also be very independent. I feel like also this is someone who can be very cunning. This is someone who might be very sneaky, or it doesn't have to be that they use their cunningness for being sneaky. It could just be that they are very witty, very smart, and definitely smarter than the average person for sure. I feel like the tiger spirit animal also kind of represents like metaphysical strength. We have this little crescent moon here. So this person could be very intuitive, or it could be that you guys just have a very intuitive connection. Like you share some sort of deep kind of telepathic spiritual bond with them. So who do you have caught in your web? Group number 1. We have the underworld. And we have the veil. For your energy oracle, we have cornucopia, rest and rejuvenation, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. We have love, regret. We have strength. That makes a lot of sense. We have caution. We have growth. For your self-care oracle, we have journal and drink tea. All right, let's make sure we are in frame. Perfect. And you will also have the option to ask a question to my magic fortune telling crystal ball, Mr. Predicto over here. It's really funny. Preferably a yes or no question, but we'll do that towards the end of the reading. So what sign do we have? We have Aries to start, so some fire and Aries. Fire, fire, and Aquarius. Okay, so group number 1, who do you have caught in your web? I mean, I definitely feel like this is not a surprise. This could be someone that you're in a relationship with, or really involved with. And it's not that they're caught in your web that it's not by choice, it's that they want to be there. Like if they were going to be hanging out in anyone's web, it'd be yours, group number 1. And maybe web is metaphoric for just putting up with your bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this prompt even mean? I don't even know. It's just, we're doing a Halloween themed video and you guys voted on it. But I think this person, it's not that they're caught up in your web, although they are definitely caught up in your energy. They love you to death. Till death do you part. I don't know if you're married, I don't know if you've been together for a long time or in the time that you've known each other, a lot has gone down. Because there's definitely history here and there's definitely depth. Like, you guys have been through some shit together. I see that being in the past, and I actually see the future being very enlightened. I see it being very abundant and just this kind of energy, and we'll pull the tarot, but this huge energy of you guys are being allotted like a new beginning, a second chance. And it didn't just come like naturally. It happened through a myriad of trials and tribulations and circumstances and, oh God, my chest. Wow, yeah, you guys went through some shit together, like, and it took a lot of healing, because easily you could have just parted ways, because it would have been easier to do that than it was to forgive and to heal and to learn from the lesson and to build back together. And like, ooh, you guys are giving me anxiety. It's heavy in my chest because it matters so much with love. Like, you guys love each other so much that it wasn't like, yes, it was an option to part ways, but it wasn't at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And at this point in time, I do think that your person regrets some of the things that they did in the past. And I feel like maybe you guys have that same energy. There's definitely regret in wishing that you guys could take it back, now knowing that you have moved forward and now knowing that you are staying together. It's almost like, man, this is my person. I wish I had never treated them like this. And I'm assuming that, you know, they just, there was a nonchalance or a casualty here with how this person treated you, because they didn't think that you guys would stay together or meet. You know what I don't know what I was about to say, meet somewhere else. Like, you guys are totally tied as souls. Like, this is not your first rodeo. Like, you guys have been together in multiple lifetimes. There's just no getting around it. And not even in a negative way, like, there's no getting around it, you're tied, but more just like, this kind of history and depth doesn't just happen to like an everyday couple, unless it's just completely toxic and it's like a lesson as a karmic. This is like true love, and you have really experienced true growth from this. And I think that the veil here within this connection has definitely been lifted. I think you guys share the same kind of, not only telepathic connection, like, they can feel how you feel. It doesn't matter if there is distance here, which there's no indicators that there is, but for some reason am picking up on you guys being in separation. Now, if you are in separation, which I don't want to get into a rant about, not a rant, but just like, it's not that, you know, it's not that relevant. I don't think it's like a choice. I think it's like a work thing, or I don't know, but you guys will be reconciled. So we'll just stop it there. Okay, so some of you need to take some deep breaths, because aside from me picking up on the tightness of your past and just how hard that was to get through, I think in general, you guys tend to not breathe enough, and I think you guys are big thinkers. And with rest and rejuvenation, I think maybe the separation here is divinely orchestrated so that you can really truly rest and rejuvenate. Because if not, you guys are tied together like glue, like you're always together. So for some reason we are in separation here for some of you, but also it's a spiritual lesson, because one simple thing, like learn how to breathe. Learn how to breathe, you guys. Group number 1. But yes, you guys have a very deep spiritual connection, and the veil of what might have been fogging the connection before has been lifted. You both see so clearly that there is a future here. And there is not only a future here with a lot of love and commitment, but there is growth. Like, it's not a stagnated, like, oh, we're gonna be boring together. It's like there's growth, there's levels to this shit, there's abundance that you guys are accessing. There is this thing where you guys, I guess there are indicators that you're in separation, because where all things pause and begin again. Like, you guys might be at a pause, we have rest and rejuvenation, and then with journal, I'm like, maybe you guys are writing to each other or like texting each other, or maybe you should write a letter to this person. But you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get to the 18 plus part of this. I definitely think this person is very attracted to you and to your lips. I think that you're very attracted to them and their features. They might have like really, depending on who's watching this, like very poofy hair or like full lips and features, and just be very like, have a very kind of beautiful face, but like has a lot of attitude. Like, why is Archangel Uriel like looking over here with this attitude in her face? But she does, and I feel it. But you know, this is definitely divine feminine, divine masculine connection. So if you're watching for your divine masculine, they are this tiger spirit. I feel like they are very strong. They might work out a lot. That's something you guys might be very attracted to. And then if you're the masculine watching, that's, you know, I'm describing you, and you're very attracted to this person's feminine features and just how like girly they are. Okay, let's see what your tarot has to say. Whew. Sorry, I'm not trying to be dramatic, but like, I cannot breathe. Chest is really tight. Right. No, don't fall all over the floor. We have the 6 of Swords and a bunch of cards on the floor. Okay. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, we have Death. Did a reading for someone who had never done tarot before, and they got the Devil, and they were like, towards the end of the reading, they're like, what does the devil mean? And I was like, oh my god, it's not like death and the devil, it's not that. But for us, it's so like, we don't look at it that way. But for people who have never seen tarot before, it's like, whoa, what the fuck does this mean? Pretty extreme cards. Okay, focus there. Who do you have caught in your web? I mean, I definitely feel like if I am describing your situation, awesome. But if I'm describing like you in this reading more than your person, I would definitely also choose another pile, because it could be that more than one pile is meant for you to hear, and that is like very common. Who do you have caught in your web? Wow, do you see this? I'm like not getting any cards. Why? I think Spirit wants me to talk about these 2 that I have in front of me. Whatever, okay. So yeah, Six of Swords to me shows distance. You guys are out of separation. You will reconcile. I think on the other side of this reconciliation is a new beginning and a very abundant one. With Death, I do feel like this person is very naughty, but they are at a pause with their naughtiness. So it's almost like they're just waiting. So we have this kind of like, I feel like you enjoy that this person tends to be very naughty behind closed doors with you, but they will wait for their time and in the meantime be very almost dramatic about their innocence, like they're literally dressed up as a nun or a priest or whatever, but they're like not innocent because this nun is smoking a fucking cigarette or a joint or whatever it is. But you know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like, okay, I guess I'll wait to be naughty again. And so this person is definitely being loyal to you for sure. They're super committed to you. They only want you, and they like only wanting and being with you. Death also represents a new beginning, so an ending of some sort so that you guys can have a new beginning. We have the Three of Wands. So the world is your oyster. I feel like when you guys get back together, in whatever form this is, the world is your oyster. There's a lot of different opportunities that will happen for you in a really good way. And I feel like you guys will have a renewed sense of passion and inspiration to explore or travel or do something together that's really fun. Yeah, the Fool represents a new beginning. So it's interesting because I talked about like this innocence happening right now because of the separation. There's a lot of sexual cards in this deck, like really sexual. I'm actually a little nervous about it because I don't put this one on YouTube usually, but you guys didn't really get them. We have like innuendos here because I think that like obviously you know this person's sexy, but we're not getting like the deets, which I will dig for in the extended, but I think it's more a commentary on the fact that this person is so loyal to you. They are just waiting for you guys to come back so that they can like fuck your brains out. Something about a side profile here. Maybe they send you pictures of their side, their booty popped out, maybe naked, maybe like, you know, their tummy like line, maybe they're like working out. And I feel like this person is really like stylish, and I don't know, they're very refined. Like they're very stylish, but they don't need to prove anything to anyone. Like they don't need to like show everyone how stylish they are, how cool they are. Like this is definitely not like an influencer type person, although they could be. With the Fool, I feel like, yeah, you guys are definitely gonna embark on a new beginning, and it's gonna be one that is full of a lot of like newness and passion and a lot of adventure, because the Fool is about adventure here, and it's also about taking a leap of faith. So if there was something here in which you needed to take a leap of faith on, definitely do so. Now I'm sniffling. But yeah, I feel like, you know, who you have caught in your web is someone who does not mind being there. And if they wanted to break free, they could, but they don't want to. They want to be here. They'd rather be here than anywhere else. And I don't think it's like that they're caught in your web. I think they literally just, by choice, are chilling in your web. Group number one. I really hope that resonated. If we want like more dirty details, we're gonna extend it. I'm gonna pull some more cards. We're gonna get all the information out of these cards because they don't seem to want to give it to us here. And in the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy. I love you, and I will see you in the extended. I didn't have you guys do Mr. Predicto, so we are gonna do that. I hope you guys are still here. Mr. Predicto, ask a yes or no question. Ready, set, go.
Everything points to yes.
Oh, all right, you guys. So I'll see you in your extended. Hello, group number two. Welcome. If you chose the clear quartz, this is for you. Or if you were drawn to the hawk animal spirit, this is for you. This is an 18+. This is a part of my spooky season series. And we are going to be talking about who do you have caught in your web. All right, you guys. So if you were drawn to the hawk animal spirit, there's probably a reason for it. Maybe you are, or this person is sort of like a hawk. The hawk animal spirit represents intelligence, independence, adaptability. It can also represent just like spiritual awareness. So maybe this connection has that. Maybe this also is like this person watches you like a hawk, but that could be sort of metaphoric. We'll get more into it, but let's pull the rest of your oracle cards. So we have Graveyard, Unnecessary Fear. We have Skull of Flowers, Creating Through the Ashes. We have Aromatherapy and Intuition. Yeah, so there's a strong intuition connected to this connection. We have Imagination, Blame, Caring Connection, Adjacent Possibilities, the Garden and the Gate, Disruption, Comfort, Love, and Anger. Lots of pinks and reds here. Maybe this person has a pink aura or a red aura. Let me adjust this camera. Okay, and you guys will have the option to ask Mr. Predicto something. This is my magic crystal ball. Let's see what sign we have. We have Libra and Pisces, Libra and Pisces and Gemini. All right. So, who do you have caught in your web? This could be someone that you ended things with. It could be an ex that still is very in love with you and still has very stuck feelings, or it could be a connection that didn't end up going anywhere, but it wasn't because of both of you, it was because of one party. Maybe it was you like didn't reciprocate the same feelings as they had for you. But this is kind of a interesting mixture, because I do feel like this could have definitely gone somewhere with adjacent possibilities and imagination. I definitely feel like there was a lot of possibilities literally on where you guys could take this connection, and you had all the right ingredients. You guys cared for each other, you had love, you may still care and still have love, and then there was kind of this intuitive aspect of being very connected spiritually. But there's two things here. Maybe the first is that this kind of stayed in the imagination, and fear really blocked out action, and it didn't allow for there to be true movement, because one of you was too guarded with the garden and the gate. Like, you didn't want to actually let this person in, or they didn't want to let you in. There's just this energy with the hawk spirit of watching you from a distance. So they're caught in your web energetically, they're tied to you, they still love you, care for you, are still involved in like what you're doing, but they're not yours, or they're not in your life for real. There's this distance with the hawk spirit. And even with just kind of the disruption, anger, and blame, I feel like this connection has seen its trials and tribulations. It's definitely seen its fair share of like kind of roller coaster type ride. This is very interesting. I think this person would still very much want to be with you and would you know, the thing that's so interesting about this prompt that I just randomly came up with because it's Halloween themed is that I didn't think it would be that deep, and I'm being proven wrong with like every single prompt that I'm been choosing for the Halloween series. They all are ending up as something that is pretty deep. And it's almost like caught in your web is almost like a metaphoric analogy for like still tied to your energy, you know? And I feel like this person is definitely still tied to you, or they're still interested in it. And it almost so far from just group 1 and now 2 seems to be a personal choice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a lack of spiritual awareness, a lack of an awakening. But with the star, I feel like there's definitely distance here, and I feel like this person is definitely looking at you from afar. So that might be like the only thing that they have is your social media, and they have to like watch your life through social media. And they have like this love for you, they care for you, they see you as someone who's very abundant, but they see you as someone who's very guarded. They also have seen you through a hard time, so they know that you've created flowers and beauty. Like they know why you're guarded. They know that you've created this abundance from nothing, or you've like risen from the ashes. But we have justice in reverse, and it's interesting imagery here because it's like she's being suffocated, but like on purpose. It's interesting. And I feel like this person feels like there was an injustice here in this connection. That might be even possibly why they're still in your web and tied to your energetic field, is because they think you guys have like unfinished business. Like they don't feel like there was a resolve. Yeah, 10 of Wands. It is actually exhausting to them that they came up this whole mountain for you and didn't receive you in the end. Now, I don't know if that's actually the case, but 10 of Wands, you know, traditional tarot is like climbing up the mountain with a bunch of like 10 wands on the person's back. And it can be, well, that's the 9 of Wands, and then the 10 of Wands is just like utter defeat. So this person feels very defeated by this connection. Rest in peace. We have graveyard here. Yeah, we have death. So something ended between you two, and this person feels an injustice. They blame you, or they're angry at you about it. And it's a weird polarity. It's a very Jekyll and Hyde kind of energy, because it's like on one hand they deeply respect and love you, on the other hand they blame you and they're mad at you. So it's like very tense, going from anger to love, love to anger, very, very quick. This person's very attracted to your legs. And also, I'm really getting this. So if this is not an ex or someone where it could have been something, there might be another pile in this reading for you, but that is what this situation is. So maybe this one is not your pile if this isn't resonating. But this has ended, and I feel like this person is hoping with the death card, because it's always metaphoric, death being the ruler Scorpio being in the harvest season of fall, going into winter. It's when things die so that they can come alive again, ruled by the phoenix rising from the ashes, you know, hawk being very similar to that kind of like imagery here. I just feel like this person won't not be in your web because they want a new beginning. Like they feel a new beginning. They feel like there could be a new start here, and they want to maybe end everything that has come to this halt where you guys are angry and just, you know, I don't know, whatever the fuck happened, they really want it to like be the end all be all so that you can brush this energy to the side and start new. Is that a possibility? I don't know. That's up to you. But that's just what this person is thinking. And that's why they are choosing to stay caught up in your web, because they think that there could be another possibility here for you. Ooh, excuse me. Let me know if that sneeze resonated. This person, very attracted to your legs. You guys might smoke cigarettes or weed or whatever, but they really think it's sexy when you smoke. They love how some of you guys do like red lips. They love how you do your lips. They love your uniqueness, like your badass kind of, I don't give a fuck about anyone else type of energy. You might smell good with aromatherapy. This person is definitely a disconnection with the sexual side, which we'll get more into in the extended 18 plus, but there's a disconnection because I feel like it's either been a long ass time or it didn't happen. And so this person is more so thinking on a mental field from like their heart chakra up to their crown chakra on what they would, want with this connection. They're more in an imagination energy rather than like a sacral solar plexus root chakra, let me get in there type of energy. You know what I'm saying? So when they think about you, they don't have enough time almost to think about fucking you and fantasizing about you, which I'm still going to try and dig into. It's more so they're thinking of you, like they'll think about your legs, but they're thinking about you as a person and how much they want you back, if that makes any sense. This person does love your mouth though. They're very drawn to your mouth. So whatever you do with your mouth, whether it's smoking or, eating a lollipop, it's like a huge tease to them. They're very drawn to it. They love your lips, your mouth. They want it kind of like wide open. But yeah, this person is definitely feeling like there could be another shot with you too. So that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so you guys can ask a yes or no question to Mr. Predicto here, and let's see what he has to say.
Yes, I am sure.
Ooh, he is sure. All right, group number 2. I will see you guys in the extended. Thank you so much for joining me here. I love you. I'm going to pull more cards and try and get more details. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. If you chose the carnelian, this is raw carnelian, or if you were drawn to the horse spirit, this is for you. This is an 18 plus. We are going to be talking about who is caught in your web, and this is a part of my spooky season series. So, and you'll have the option to extend. But in this reading, we're going to pull from the astrological dice, try and figure out who this person is, and you will have the option to ask my magic fortune ball a question, which is awesome. So we have Mr. Predicto here, and with the horse spirit, this is a very spiritual card, especially how they like describe it in the deck. This can represent, a person who is very beautiful and very spiritual, but it also can represent determination and endurance. This horse is very strong. And so this could represent how this person has like an inner strength that is what makes them super spiritual. And they have also like an eloquence, like a majesty to them that makes them very eloquent and graceful. So this could be someone who has gone through a very tough time in their life, but they have come out of it wiser and stronger. So we have midnight, the most magical hour of all. We have ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. We have nourish your temple and make a vision board. For your self-care oracle, we have happiness, loneliness, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, contract, consciousness, cleanse, illumination, and movement. Okay. Group number 3. So With fourth chakra and fifth chakra, the throat chakra and the heart chakra, I definitely see kind of a resemblance to loneliness and happiness. Happiness representing that fourth chakra, loneliness kind of looking like it represents that fifth chakra. I feel like this is interesting. I'm trying to figure out what's the state of your connection. For some of you, it's a no contact situation. For others of you, there is like involvement, like a contractual involvement. You guys could be twin flames. This could be a karmic. This could be current or in the past. It seems to be current that there is forward movement, and it does seem to be very connected to your destiny in meeting this person or having met this person. So the reason they're caught in your web is because it's almost fated. You know what I'm saying? There was real love here, and I feel like either the connection is over or it's undergoing a major transformation. And this transformation is really going to cleanse the energy, move things forward, bring about new consciousness and kind of illumination, like light to what was going on. I'm still a little like lost though, so I'm gonna pull your tarot now just because, you know, I'm not getting as much information. So we have the Two of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. We have the Chariot. Okay. So it seems like, you know, things did go down in the past in this connection. Some of you, there might be a revitalization or reconciliation, however you want to like put it, but I do think it's kind of energetic. And I do think a lot of that is in the past, will stay in the past, and there is forward movement here. I'm going to focus more on that connection. I feel like with happiness, you know, there was a time where you guys separated or a time where you kind of parted ways, and it made this person feel really alone, and it actually illuminated how much you make them not feel alone, that you really are like someone that makes them feel wanted and loved. I feel like this person has never experienced love the way that you give them love, and I feel like there was a time where things were really difficult, and you guys have since nourished that or cleansed that in some sort of way. And it could be like contractual in that you couldn't part ways because you still had some sort of karma to fulfill, or it could be contractual in that this was a karmic and it wasn't good for your health and you guys had to part ways. This person could be a night owl, or you could literally be 12 hours apart from each other in a separation of some sort of distance. Something about this clock is interesting. It could be like a ticking clock in that you guys will reconcile very soon. It could also represent that you both are insomniacs, or maybe this person's an insomniac. I feel like there was something here that was undecided, and I'm assuming that it's because I have kind of a mixed genre of people that resonate with this. There's definitely different situations here, and the Two of Swords represents those who, you know, are going to move forward with this person or not, and there's this choice that has to be made. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like maybe this person has a difficult time expressing their feelings because they are so hard on the surface, and they have gone through a lot and been through a lot. This person's very attracted to your hips, your waist, your body. They think you are like shaped like an hourglass. So I'm hearing that song is like, it's literally by Paramore. She's like, she's got a body like an hourglass. It's ticking like a clock. So it's kind of like that vibe I'm getting. This person, you might have tattoos. They might really like your tattoos as well. Some of you have like a thigh tattoo, arm tattoos. This person feels like you're a thief in the night. I mean, there is a lot of blindfolded imagery, maybe like kinky wise. They like being blindfolded. They want you to blindfold them. It could also represent just like they feel like you took their heart from them, that they are caught in your web for sure and they cannot leave and they can't get out of it. It's like they are completely caught up in your energy. But I do think they want to move forward with it. Like I feel like they wouldn't want to be anywhere else, but there is something that's not being said that they do want to say, that they want to vocalize with the 5th chakra. I feel like this person really wants to say something. I'm definitely feeling blocked, like with my throat chakra, and not really being able to articulate like what it is that's on my mind. And I feel like I might be channeling kind of their energy. And they're not always that good at expressing themselves. And maybe the point in juncture where you're at right now is this person has to express themselves. Like there has to be some sort of movement forward or nothing at all. And I think this person is wise enough to know that, to understand that. This person really likes your personal style. Some of you wear like really kind of punk clothes, or they like if you wear like schoolgirl outfits or crop tops. They like when you do your lips red, if you do your lips red, if you're, you know, into makeup. I was gonna say if you're feminine, but like, you know, some men wear makeup too. So no, just whatever, if you're into makeup. But I feel like there is definitely a future here. I think that it had to grow. I think that it had to kind of cleanse. And I think you guys might have met each other on separate journeys. Maybe this person wasn't awakened yet. Maybe you weren't awakened yet. And I feel like the things that you guys have learned together was part of the contract, was part of the karma. And it helped you either ascend or move into a different direction so that you could find ascension. But I think this person's still caught in your web. I still think they have a lot of love for you, whether this is in the past or current, whether it's like, I have love for this person, I'll never forget them. Group number 3 has changed my life. Or if it's like, I love group number 3 currently and I want to be with them. It's really going to depend. But I feel like this person nonetheless is very attracted to you. You guys amongst the other groups got more, I feel like, imagery here so far of like how sexually attracted this person is to you. Yeah. That is all I'm seeing for you guys. Group number 3. I'm going to extend this, but before we do, you have a question to ask Mr. Predicto here. And it can be a yes or no question. So ready, set, go. And I did want to pull the dice.
I am confident it is no.
So we have Cancer and Scorpio. Okay, so very kind of like watery combination here. Definitely intense, definitely passionate, but the answer for Mr. Predicto was no, but we will extend this. We'll pull more cards. So I will see you guys in the extended, which is linked down below. In the meantime, however, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys in the extended.